Hello there, and thanks for joining me. I'm digital artist Aaron Rutten, and these are the submissions for my March Group Art Challenge on patreon.com/Aaron Rutten. The theme for March, as chosen by my patrons, is abstract art, and so that was the theme for the videos I created in March, and it's also the theme for the Group Art Challenge. So in March, I created a course about abstract art, and that course teaches you how to paint three of the most popular types of abstract art: geometric abstraction, cubism, and fauvism. And so you can see those three examples here that I created. I challenge my patrons to use what they learned in that course to create their own abstract artwork in one of the three styles. And I had some great submissions for the Group Art Challenge, which we'll take a look at here. First up is a painting by Tom Iverson, and this is called Geometric Building. This is done in a geometric abstraction style. The first thing that I noticed about this piece is I really like the color scheme. It feels kind of Southwestern to me or something like that. And I can tell that Tom put a lot of effort into picking that color scheme. It really makes the image pop. Another thing I like about it are all the different layers of perspective. There's kind of that one-point perspective that goes towards the center into that black hole and then radiates outwards. And then the building itself has its own perspective, which is a two-point perspective. And there's a lot of interweaving of the different layers of textures and things like that. So I really like that. The other thing that I really like about this are the windows that are on the left side of the building. They all have these different color swatches that go from lighter to darker or more saturated to less saturated, and that's also a really nice touch. Feels kind of like color swatches to me. So there's a lot going on in this piece, and I really like the way it turned out. Great job, Tom. The second submission is by Susan Schwartz, and this is a painting of a landscape with a couple of boats. It looks like they're maybe sitting on a lake at night or at dusk. This was done in a fauvism style, which means that the colors are not representational of real-life colors, but they were chosen artistically to make the image pop out. And you can really see that in the sky there with the nice aqua and blue colors done in the Impressionist style strokes. And then the boats in the foreground do retain a little bit of their original hue, but they're much more bright and much more saturated, which really makes this piece pop out. There's a lot of nice contrast going on here between the dark silhouetted areas in the background, which I think are trees, but almost kind of look like little lake monsters or something like that, which is kind of creepy but cool. And so that contrast between the bright colors that pop and the dark colors really helps this image stand out. So you did a great job here, Susan, and thanks for submitting your work to the Group Art Challenge this month. The third submission is by Richard Stalter, and Richard kind of did his own thing here. This is a mix between cubism and geometric abstraction. There's these nice multicolored spheres in the foreground, and then in the background, you have one isolated sphere contained within a clear cube. Now, I'm not sure what the meaning is of this, and I think that's fine because abstract art is meant to be abstract. So there might be a message, there might not. That's for you to look at and figure out. And that's kind of the fun thing about abstract art. I can look at this and try to figure out what the isolation of that sphere means. You know, maybe that sphere is locked in its own world, whereas all the other spheres are sitting there watching it, or they're excluded from that little cube. You know, maybe this is representational of people living inside their own little box or their own little bubble. I like the one-point perspective that goes off into the distance. That really helps kind of set everything into a perspective, and the balls follow the perspective as well, so that's a nice touch. So great job here, Richard. Thanks for submitting to the Group Art Challenge this month. So those are all the submissions for March. It seems like each month we get more and more people participating in this. If you're interested in getting in on the next art challenge, which will be starting April 1st, the theme for that is going to be texture. And so if you sign up as my VIP patron on patreon.com/Aaron Rutten, you're going to get access to a course that's going to teach you all about how to paint texture. And then you can use what you learned in that course to create your own artwork, which you can submit to the Group Art Challenge for a chance to get featured in a video like this. So go on over to patreon.com/Aaron Rutten and sign up now. And I look forward to seeing your work next month. As always, if Patreon's not your thing, the general public can always submit their work to the Group Art Challenge, although they won't get featured in a video, but you can do that using hashtag AArtChallenge. You can tag your artwork with that hashtag and post it to Twitter or other social networks, and people will be able to see your submission for that challenge. If you like the artwork in March's Group Art Challenge, let the artist know by giving a thumbs up to this video. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. I have a lot more digital art videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.